welcome back into our Minnesota Vikings franchise where we continue our road streak today against the Cowboys, and they are one of the highest overall teams at this point of our series in season 4, the final series, or final season, not final series. Dak Prescott, still their quarterback, off to an amazing year, 23 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. And this is just an extremely high-powered offense. They're in the top 5 in passing, top 5 in running. So we have a lot that we need to try to do today. And that stop there was very critical to not allowing a 70-some-odd touchdown run on the first play. Gain of 12 for Zeke. But plenty of talent here for the Cowboys. They have Tyron Smith, Dak Prescott, and Zeke Elliott, all as just their superstar or X Factor dev guys. They go again with another run to Elliott, and he'll get a gain of a couple. And then as for their receivers, they still have Cooper, they still have CeeDee Lamb, and they have a new guy, number 2. Not quite sure who that is yet, but I'm sure we'll see him at some point, and that's going to be right now. A huge completion down to the 33 for number 2. Are we going to get a name? D. Harris. Couldn't tell you off the top of my head if that's a real player or a player from this universe. But I do feel like throughout the course of this series, we've always done pretty well against the Cowboys. I don't think we've lost to them at all. I know we played them towards the end of the regular season last year, I believe, and had a solid win against them. So I would like to see that happen again here today. We're off of 2 really good games with a little bit of some lull points here and there during those games. And for the most part, end score was definitely in our favor. It takes 3 guys here, though, to tackle Zeke. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. As we're going to come out with some man coverage here. Try to play a little bit underneath these guys. And they'll go with a screen pass. Kendrick's there, at least slow him down. Then Henley will get the tackle for a loss on the setup. It looked a little bit maybe like a slip screen. Will be a loss of 4. And that'll bring out the field goal unit for the Cowboys. And they'll be kicking from just inside the 40, so just shy of a 50-yarder here. Try to get Wilcox around the edge, and nowhere close as that one. Perfect kick right down the middle for McCann. We'll put 3 points on the board for the Cowboys to open this game. And our offense will take the field for the first time starting at the 28. And we saw them have a pretty good game plan last week to kind of stretch out the defense and open up the middle, but also find just alternative ways of getting the balls to different kind of playmakers for us. Dalvin Cook starts off with a solid gain on the first down up to the 40. We also saw our backup gadget player / slot receiver and Willie Johnson come back. He typically will play in the slot, but can play a little bit on the outside. Dyson here, though, will get the jet sweep for a forward gain of 8. And there is Sam Schaefer, the guy who we formerly wanted to draft, but the Cowboys took, I believe, a couple picks maybe before our pick was up. He comes up injured on this play and not looking too good for him as he heads into the locker room. For him, I hope it's not too big of an injury. Of course, they still have some other really good guys. Trayvon Diggs on the outside, Micah Parsons on the D-line. So several really good guys that we need to keep an eye out for. Going to go for Dyson here, but a nice pass breakup there from their slot corner. And that brings up a 3rd and 3. How do we look in terms of the run? We have advantage on 3 of the 5. See if we could get down to the second level, and we did for a split second. We were not able to sustain those blocks, and we'll bring up a 4th and 1. But with this being basically at midfield early in the game, we're going to go for it. Beautiful blocking. Tried to cut back in with Dalvin. Didn't quite get by 37, who will get the tackle, but we do get the first. And at that point, that's all that really matters. We'll go with a play action here on first down. Do need to keep an eye on Trayvon Diggs, see if he drops back into the window of Capers. And what kind of pass was that, Robinson? We've seen since really past the 3rd game. For the first 3 games, Robinson played honestly really well. But past then, his accuracy has been all over the place. Luckily, we have plenty of running backs, and Wongwu comes in and gets us a gain of 10. But with all the talent we have in the receiving game, we really can't afford Robinson to be throwing such inaccurate passes. We have Flanagan breaking open and what should have been a touchdown. was another inaccurate pass. The ball placed at least 5 to 10 yards away from where it should have been. And on 2nd and 10, we still have Nwangwu out there. We'll see if we could get him open on a screen pass. They do bring the blitz, but then they block whoever that is, 41, basically right into where the screen was. Nwangwu makes him miss, but no way that he could gain anything on that. Will be a loss of 9. And the only completed pass on the day for Robinson is the loss of 9. Really rough to start the day in the passing. Definitely need to find a way to open this up here as we go with a fairly reliable play here for us. Rolling out Dyson, not able to hold on to it. 23, Stokes breaks it up. And that leaves us with a potential 60-yard field goal. Kicking basically from the star at midfield. That is up. And we probably could have made a 65-yarder. We'll tie this game up 3-3. What a leg from Butker. And the Cowboys raised us 3. We matched on our possession. Now they come out for their second. See if we can make any progress. See if we could get actual stop. Not let up any points. However, they're going to get a solid gain of 12-ish. Dobson, their tight end, comes in, gets the snag. And I don't know where Schultz has gone in this series. I would have felt like he would have been like a tight end of the future here. And there's a sack. Michael Pierce picks up Dak Prescott and lays him down very gently. So no flag would be thrown. But that'll be a sack, loss of 6 to end the first quarter. And to open up the second, still got that 2nd and 16. They come out through receivers to the right, tight end at the bottom of the line. And what is CeeDee Lamb doing? He should have just ran straight to the outside. That he would have already been in the end zone by now. Still get a first down. Not a smart play from our corners, but we at least keep him out of the end zone. That's some positive. Need to just find a solid way of locking up basically all of their guys. Whether it's going to be in the run game or in the passing game. Another almost first down run on first down for Zeke. 4 carries, 25 yards. And on 2nd and 1, we'll bring a bit of pressure here. Going to send Henley on a delayed blitz. Or just blitz right off the get-go, and he's just a step too late. Plus, he misses the tackle. Zeke scoots forward to the 36 for the first. And we challenged Hatchett last week to see him make some plays, and he did get a sack largely in favor of Danielle Hunter, who really just went right around the edge and forced the quarterback back into him. We're going to challenge him again this week, and hopefully he'll come up and play strictly of his own. But we do a great job here on the toss out. Hilton destroyed the lead blocker. Kendricks wraps him up for a loss of 1. That's exactly what we need to see. And despite our defense being, I think, 8 points, maybe 9 points of a lower overall than their offense, so far playing pretty evenly here. Graves gets in for a sack, but a flag comes down as the hit is forced. And luckily it's just a holding call, so we'll decline that, make it a 3rd and 14. For a second I thought real life NFL was leaking a little bit too much into the game here with there just being a flag on a solid sack. They'll go with a pass here on 3rd and long. Dak trying to roll out, will find, that is Zeke, who's tackled with a man coverage from Brooks. Hatchett was in applying pressure, but was not able to get the sack, which will allow them to take at least a field goal attempt. And they'll be kicking just past the 40, so just over a 50-yard field goal attempt. And that one is up. It was starting to look like it might go a little bit too far to the right, but it does start to curve back in and is good. They'll raise us by another 3. And so far today, just field goals. Going to look to change that on this possession. They do come out. Well, first of all, before I make a play call adjustment, we have the release. We do not have the speed advantage with Jefferson, but we're going to see if we can find someone here. We do have Capers to the outside, and that is going to force a penalty on Trayvon Diggs. And that will bring us all the way up to the 44. If that's what we need to do with our pass game, not complete any passes, but just throw to some open guys and force them to hold, then that's what we need to do. However, I think we might have held, unless this is a face mask, but I don't believe so. And that's basically just going to wipe out some of those yardage. Thurston, our fullback, called with the holding. Luckily for us, it was a bit downfield, so only a 1st and 14 rather than a 1st and 20. As we'll come out here, spread wide, send Dyson in motion, hand the ball off to him. He needs to cut back up the field a little bit sooner than normal. Will get us the lost yardage, plus a little bit. Make it a 2nd and 8. 2nd and manageable here. See what we could do with the slant pass, as they just do a tremendous job of locking basically everything up. We're going to find Flanagan late, who trucks the air, and then we'll get about to the 40. They'll mark him down at the 41. And even though this series is over, it did happen to give some guys some new contracts, just in case I play a little bit off screen. But Flanagan did get a new contract extension, as he's one of the best tight ends I think you could really have in Madden. And following that first down here, we'll go spread a little bit similar, but now in pistol. See if we could use the play action to get a guy open deep. Instead, going to go for Willie Johnson here. And you saw that coming as soon as the ball was thrown. 23 has played outstanding today, and he might be taking this one to the house. Willie Johnson in pursuit. Going to dive for him. Miss. And that is a pick 6. Stokes, what a fantastic game for him so far. He's broken up several passes that look to be wide open. Obviously, they were pretty close in coverage, but one-on-one, you take the shot. And he ran that route better than we did with Willie Johnson. And then had a tremendous run back. Going to put the Cowboys up by 10, 13-3. And with the play that we're seeing in the slot with Stokes, we might need to avoid throwing there a bit today. Cooks with a beautiful cut. Gets forward for about a gain of 9. As we'll try to go quickly into a hurry up here. See if we can maybe get a jump off the outside. Leach had a solid release. And that's another pick. Well, Trayvon Diggs. What more could you say? They're obviously a really good team, but their passing defense wasn't as good as their run defense was, so we're trying to pass a bit, but they're playing very well. And now inside the 2-minute warning, we're looking for a stop on defense, try to get the ball back and get some points on offense. They're going to dump this one off with a quick tackle from Henley. Only get a couple of yards. We'll bring up 3rd and 6. Now, it says we've used a timeout, and that's okay. Now we know Michael Pierce injured on the last play, even though it did not give us an animation to show that after the play. So we end up losing a timeout, one that could very well be needed, as we do get the stop here on 3rd, bringing up a punting formation. And it is a bruised sternum, so he's out for the game. And they will be trying to raise our distance here. We obviously hit about a 60-yard field goal. They're going more for a 65-yarder here, unless it's a fake. No, that one is kicked, but is wide. Could have been close to having distance. Couldn't quite tell from that angle. But that is wide right. And we'll be taking over with pretty good field position. And yeah, I don't even think that had enough distance to it either. So with 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining, we have 2 timeouts. We need a touchdown. We need to get ourselves back in this game, get a little bit more momentum in favor of us here, as we're going to go into the quick hurry-up offense here. Looking for an underneath play. We'll go with the sails, mostly looking to go either to the running back or towards Dyson here, who's going to sit in a nice open pocket, get the first down, and we'll continue to go hurry-up offense here, trying to save a little bit of time here. They only have one guy over on that left-hand side to cover Jefferson. We get a solid release. They get position, and are you kidding? One-on-one every time today? Is it going to be a pick? We might need to only run the ball if this is how it's going to be in one-on-one situations. You can't ask for a better start to the play than what Jefferson had, but 8 still somehow gets back, gets position and the pick. Just seems to be one of those days for Madden where obviously we're playing an all Madden with some slider tweaks, so it makes things nearly impossible sometimes, and Madden definitely breaks down when you get to this point. But with that tackle, we'll head into half. We're down 13-3. And we need to find something on offense that's not passing the ball. As the teams head into the locker room here, you can see that passing is not an option for us. We've had 12 yards. We have 55 rushing. They have 59 passing, and I think it's a 39 maybe rushing. So they're definitely leading the yardage, but there's not a whole lot of yardage. really in that first half. We'll take a look around the league. Giants up big right now, 21-7 against the Lions. Giants looking to get above 500 and so far doing enough. A little bit south of there, Houston and Indianapolis, 17-7 in favor of the Texans. Colts 1-7 on the year. How do you go 1-7 with Jonathan Taylor? And lastly, we'll take a quick look at the Chicago Bears. 21-7 there in front of the Browns, who are 7-2 on the year, with Mayfield still at quarterback for him. Chubb not doing great, 7 yards 21 for him. I feel like that's a little low. And luckily for us, we'll be receiving the second half kickoff, so good opportunity to get some points on the board. Could have definitely used a touchdown before half to give us an opportunity to take the lead right after, but we'll start at the 24. And as I mentioned before half, I think we need to go to run. That seems to only be the way to not throw interceptions here today. We're going to get to the outside-ish. Try to get to the outside with Cook. We'll get solid gain, though. And I didn't really mean to go for a hurry-up, but I guess why not? Go for a hurry-up, try to catch him on the same play, and we'll get at least the first down. Now with a fresh set of downs, we'll spread wide here, bring in Wongmu in to spell out Cook. Get some fresh legs out there, and we're going to try to get to the outside, but again, great job from this Cowboys defense. That'll bring up a 2nd and 13. We're going to flip the formation here and go right back to another run with some good blocking. We'll get us forward. Should make it about a 3rd and 6. And on 3rd and 6, we're going to try to get to the outside here. See if we could get some favorable blocks. They do have a safety down at the linebacker level, but with speed from Willie Johnson, we'll get the edge and plenty more yards out of bounds, down to the 42. I know this just might end up being what we have to do on offense. Not really much passing, more just using the receivers in the run game, and then also just the run game. We'll get a couple yards here, maybe gain a 2. And on 2nd and 8 here, going to come out heavy set, 2 tight ends to the right-hand side. Thurston, we're going to motion over a little bit and try to get Cook to the outside here on the toss. Try to follow our blocks, and a good enough block there on the very outside will get us forward down to the 24 with a solid kind of power to end the run there from Dalvin. And now with a fresh set of downs, they're going to sub out Cook, bring in Kelly. Still Thurston out there in the 2 tight ends, going to bring him in motion. We're going to follow right behind our big guys up front. Plenty of running room. Got a little too happy there, and my tongue fumbled around a little bit. Luckily, we didn't fumble around on offense. Knock on wood. Going to go with Kelly again right down the middle. Follow the blocks. Solid gain. And speaking of gains, injured for the Cowboys, one of their defensive linemen. And with him heading to the locker room, what best to do for us than run right down the middle, exactly where he left. Really good job from Trayvon Diggs to come from the outside. We'll get Dalvin down after he gets the first. And on 1st and goal here, power versus power up front. We have most of the advantage. Thurston's going to get the handoff, and we'll just take a quick little scamper on into the end zone as we finally get a touchdown on the board. Unfortunately, comes in the 3rd quarter with just under 3 minutes remain. We really took a lot of time off the clock here, but it at least brings the game back to something a little bit more manageable here for us. And the Cowboys will take the field for the first time this entire quarter. There's only 3 minutes remaining. We're going to go with a blitz here on 1st down, and no, Keenan. You can't miss that, my guy. That was thrown right to you. Dropped interception for our free safety, Harvey Keenan. Maybe when I get his name right, he'll get the interception, but Reed in on the corner blitz to get the sack. We'll bring up a 3rd and 17. Definitely some momentum carried over here to our defense to start this drive. Now we just need to see them finish here with a stop on 3rd and 17. We'll make a few adjustments on defense. Make sure we have some guys back. They go with a dump off. Zeke tackled immediately by Ward. Will be a punt. He was tackled basically at the line of scrimmage. Good job from our defense. Should force a punt. We should get pretty good field position. And our offense will take the field at the 43 with just under 2 minutes remain. Kelly in at running back, and he's going to get forward for a solid gain of about 4, maybe 5-ish yards. And indeed, the ref marks it as a gain of 5. Don't think we've had a single pass this entire second half, and I don't know if we're even going to have another pass this entire second half. Kelly's strong push stretches forward, should be close to the first. And on 3rd and inches, going to bring out some fresh legs in Corey Cook, who's just a ground and pound guy who's going to have plenty of running room, runs through the arm tackle of 37, and will get the ball inside the 40 mark down at the 39. A win here today is going to strictly come from our running backs. At least that's the way it feels. We'll get our receivers involved a little bit with the running game, but a solid run here from Nwangwu, who comes in for a little bit of a speed boost. And we'll probably have time for one more play if we could get set before the whistle. We do get one more play off, and Nwangwu going to get forward for a first down to the 25, and that's where we will start the 4th quarter. We're currently down 3, 13-10. But we're 25 yards away, looking to put some more points on the board. And on 1st and 10 to start the 4th quarter, they do bring their safety down to the linebacker level, but he's not on the outside, so we're going to try to utilize some speed from Willie Johnson. Gets the edge, tries to cut back inside of 41, but he does not. But he does, however, get us down to the 10, with just barely enough room to get a first down as well. And they will come out really trying to stuff the run. Double A gap, plus they bring down the safety. Do we attempt the pass? We'll see what we could do here. Wide open in the end zone. Barely missed by a lineman, and we are in. We are going to attempt to pass, and it will be a touchdown to put us in front. But that pass was literally almost picked off by a defensive lineman. That is how unlucky we are in the passing game here today. We'll see if we see it on the replay. We had some guys coming in. 98 drops back and just jumps a split second too late. If he jumps on time, he picks it off. And I'm cursing at Madden again. A great job from our offense and defense to really help us take control here of the second half. We need to continue that to make sure we get a win here today. And there's exactly what we were looking for. Just we're not able to jump on it, but that is our rookie right end Hatchett. Forced the fumble on the sack. Unfortunately for us, it bounces forward and their lineman jumps on it just in front of one of our guys. But either way, that is still a really good improvement from Hatchett, getting his 4th sack of the season. We need to see that number really jump up. He has 87 power moves, so he should be getting to the quarterback a lot more than he is. Dallas going to get the first down here on a delayed release, I believe, from one of their backup tight ends in McDougal. Or McDougald? Not McDougal. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. I need to see it again. I might need to jump into the depth chart to see it. But that was a confusing looking name. And it is their 2nd tight end in his 2nd year, Drew McDougald? McDougald? No idea. No, I'm going to go with McDougald. And honestly, McDougald sounds like an Irish version of, like, getting pranked. Like, you got McDougald. And I could say that because I am primarily Irish myself, with a name that at least is similar. At least there's a lot of similar letters in there. Dallas, though, going to get a first down here up to the 40 with just over 4 seconds remaining in this game. A touchdown for them will put them back up top. Cooper was trying to there. We have just a 4-point advantage, so they definitely need a touchdown. And I've honestly completely forgot. Michael Pierce injured earlier in the game and was out. Hurst, our rookie defensive lineman, comes in to spell him out in the passing downs. And Daniil Hunter got around the outside. I think he even hurdled a guy and will get in for the sack, loss of 6. Great play there from Hunter. But as I was saying, Hurst comes in at DT in the rush formation, basically nickel, dime, things like that. Whenever we go to the base 4-3, we'll have, Bohanna, I believe, is his name. Is it Quentin Bohanna? I feel like that's what I want to say. It sounds about right. Not quite sure, but that is what's happening at DT right now. Try to help cover Cooper coming in. They'll dump it off Keenan. Tackle. I saw 21 and we were getting a tackle. Brain does weird things. Zeke tackled at the 22. Will bring up 4th and 3. Keenan on the tackle. And on 4th and 3, they are going to go for it. We're going to try to bring a bit of a heavy blitz down the middle. They do a great job of picking it up. And a great job from Byron Jones. Knocks that one away. But Alex Brooks injured on the play. Hopefully nothing serious. Again, we don't get an animation because, well, Madden. But For some reason, after we get the stop, they're showing a bunch of plays here from the Dallas defense. Talk about home field advantage. And sometimes I really hate Madden. Because a controller dies, it logs you out of your profile, and then closes the game. Why? Just let me grab my other controller, turn it on, and keep playing. Well, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to try to sim us into the fourth quarter with hopefully a similar score. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to do this to try to get a similar score where we're at least in the lead by a little bit and try to finish the game with a relatively similar way. The stats obviously won't be the same. It might be in Robinson's favor not throwing 85 interceptions. But Madden, can you not suck this bad whenever we get Madden 23? If the controller turns off, don't destroy everything. And on the first sim attempt to the fourth quarter, we find ourselves up 37-14, so not really what I'm looking for. I'm going to try to exit and reload the save. Try to get something at least a little bit closer, but at least Madden is saying that we definitely should win this game. That's something of an apology, I guess. And in the second sim, 27 Dallas, 7 Vikings. Not good enough. And the third sim, 24-13, closer, but still not good. Nope. Try again, Madden. Nope. Wrong-o. Close. Not it. One eternity later. I'll take it. Whatever. 21-21, tie game. We had the lead, but this is the best we've gotten to this point, so let's jump back in. And we are jumping in close to the start of a new possession. Have the full fourth quarter to play. Dallas with the ball at the 19, 2nd and 4, as they just roll right past Hatchet. And they'll get a first down with Dak Prescott. 4 rushes in this version of the game, 16 yards. We'll see what we could do here. Obviously, no matter what really happens in this game, going to be a bit of an asterisk next to it, considering it wasn't really our game that was played. Players that were injured, no longer injured. Interceptions that were thrown, no longer thrown. And obviously for us, that means Michael Pierce back in this game, not injured. But that does also mean that we're not giving up as many sacks, and they're going to get a huge strike here to their tight end. I was trying to come down to play him closer, and then they snapped the ball, and he ran right past me. All the way down to the 19, they basically flipped the side of the field. Now they're looking to put some points on the board. Well, obviously they're looking to put points on the board at any point, but they're in striking range now at the 19. Shotgun set. They'll go with the delayed handoff. We were there, and they're still going to get forward for a couple yards. And we have a different injury this time. Terrell Henley shaken up. I believe he was in on the tackle as well. Luckily for us, he doesn't head to the locker room, just doing some out-of-the-pool dancing. I don't know what that's called, a synchronized swimming thing. That's what it looks like he's doing, as we're going to get a decent stop on Zeke, who's at 100 yards on the day. So I wouldn't say the sim did as good of a job at slowing Zeke down as we were doing in the true real game. We're going to force a scramble here. Dak running to the outside, going to try to get in front of him, but we're not. But we do force a fumble. Alex Brooks forces the ball out. Michael Pierce recovers, and we should be taking over at the 9. Just under 5 minutes left in the game. We force a huge fumble, and I believe, yeah, that definitely came out before the knee touched. Great job from our main linebacker, now star linebacker, Alex Brooks. And the update for Henley is bruised shoulder. We'll keep him out because hopefully he won't have to see the field. Be interesting to take a look at the stats after this game. It looked like John Leach was having a pretty good game, despite us in the actual game. Prior to having the sim, we weren't really able to really pass the ball very much. But Dalvin Cook having a decent game here, at least in the sim. Does have a touchdown, a little over 50 yards. I think it's at 16 carries. We'll go for number 17 here. Try to get down the middle. Vander Esch slows him down, but he stretches towards the first, and we do get it. We'll basically just kind of go right back to what we were doing in the non-sim game where we were just running the ball heavily here, and Wangwu comes in for his first rush of this version of the game, gets 8 yards. Obviously, a bit more running happened prior to, or in the real game. I'm going to keep referring to it as the real game. This is not real as we get the first down, but a flag does come down. And that's going to fall on Dalton Smith. Will back us up 2nd and 9. And of course, as we go to run the jet sweep, they send a safety down to the outside. So not looking too good for us there. We'll go ahead and check out to a rush instead, or a more traditional rush. Great blocking down the middle. 95, who left the game originally, back in. He gets the stop. And once again, we were trying to go to that outside, but they bring down the safety. We'll see if we could run a pass play here that's not intercepted, maybe even scramble here with Robinson, which we are going to look to do. And, of course, he fumbles, told him to slide. He doesn't. Cowboys take over. Great job, Robinson. He's really just falling flat on his face the last few weeks. I don't know what's gotten into him, but he's basically taking a roll right out of Saunders' playbook, which is not going to help us much. We do get a solid stop here on the first down. And, of course, they are chewing the clock a little bit here as they come out with 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. We're going to try to bring the A-gap blitz here, get around the edge with Daniil, and we definitely do not. Number 2 gets the catch all the way down to the 6 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Now with not a whole lot of time left, they're at the 6. They're primed to score here. We're going to try to bring a little bit of some interior blitz here. And they're going to have an open running room, and that's going to be a touchdown for Zeke. And on first down, we need a touchdown to tie this game back up. We're going to set off with the jet sweep. The safety not brought down towards the line. Going to try to get to the outside. Really good job there from Trayvon Diggs to stuff that pretty quickly. Switch up, go to a pass play here. Make another audible to it because I didn't quite like the play we had chosen. Look for someone here. We have an open Flanagan. The guy's wide open. You can't miss that throw. There's no one within 30 yards of the guy. Right now, just about all faith in Robinson has left this team, the coaching staff. Not sure quite what else there is to do. Try to get Willie Johnson to the outside. Will get us the first down at the least. 1.5 minutes remain here. See what we can do as I go with a single high. Might need to make our own play adjustment here. See if we could get Jefferson down the sideline perhaps. Again, ball thrown too far inside. We almost caught that after a triple tip, basically. That leaves us 2nd and 10. We still have all 3 timeouts. 1 minute, 5 seconds remaining in this game as we're trying to find something. And apparently that's going to be a sack, Micah Parsons. And on 3rd and 14, try to go with a bit of play action here. Try to get someone open. We have Dyson. Can we find him? We can. First down and out of bounds. Stops the clock. And now we're going to run a play we haven't ran all too often here. See if maybe we could get Dyson crossing all the way over. However, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. We'll get forward here. Flanagan gets us the first down. We'll call our first timeout. Now we'll go with another play we really don't run all too often. Maybe see if we could get Flanagan down the middle. Cook also going on the angle. Jefferson down the sideline. We have several options here. 1-on-1 in the end zone. Jefferson gets it. Snag. Great catch from Jefferson. I hit the mic. If you heard that, my bad. But we should be tying this game up with a made PAT. We're looking towards overtime right now. And with 17 seconds left, 3 timeouts still for the Dallas Cowboys. We'll see if they are able to make anything happen here. They go with a run. Big hit there from Kendricks, but Zeke holds on to it. And I believe we should be heading in to OT here unless they go for one quick last play. As time ticks off the clock, they do not get another snap off. We will be headed into OT. This asterisk of a game tied 28-28. Madden? You're broke again. And luckily this time Madden not completely broken. At least saved up to the final 14 seconds. So let's see if they go for another run, and if we could get another stop here to send us into OT as they go for, again, another run. This time they're trying to make some things happen, though. They get forward to the 38, and they call a timeout. And they do obviously still have quite a few timeouts remaining, so we will favor towards the outside a little bit here. We don't want them getting huge chunk plays and then into field goal range, which they might have just done. From the 50-yard line, they are out to kick the field goal. Would be a 61-ish yard field goal. And that one definitely no good. We're going to get a chance to return this with Willie Johnson. Can he be a hero for us today? Trying to get to the outside. We have some guys in front. And 51 gets the tackle. We'll try to head into overtime for the second time. And hopefully the game doesn't break again. And hey, we can see. And we won the toss. We will be receiving the opening kickoff of OT in what is now the third version of this game. And let's see what we can do to start off this overtime. Again, we're going to go with that jet sweep, but they bring down that safety. We're going to cut to the right-hand side, try to get Cook to the outside. Nice job from Trayvon Diggs to get back up the field and get the tackle. Or I guess for him back down the field? Either way, nice job from Trayvon Diggs. And that'll give us a first down up to the 38. Maybe see if we could get the sluggo here. Gonna depend on what that looks like, and I don't like it. Dump it off. Couldn't even dump it off. Schaefer swats it away. On 2nd and 10, we'll spread the ball here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Dalvin in the backfield will get the handoff. Plenty of blockers up front. We don't get a huge block on 41, who will still get forward and get the tackle, which will bring up a 3rd and 2. If it was 2nd and short, I would go for a play action. But on 3rd and short, we need the first, and we'll get it with Dalvin. And after that first down, now past midfield, they do have a safety down at linebacker, but I doubt he has 94 speed. Dyson does try to utilize that speed to get to the outside. He does get around the safety, turns up, gets plenty more yards. Van Der Esch will get the tackle at the 31. And now with that fresh set of downs, getting closer and closer to the red zone, we'll go heavy set, bring Thurston in motion, Kelly in at running back. And we're going to follow behind some beautiful blocks. Now definitely inside that red zone, down to the 17. A gain of 14 on Kelly's first rush in the third version of this game. I'm going to keep bringing it up because Madden, you're broke. 1st and 10. Just over 2 minutes remain here in overtime. We're looking to walk this game off. Kelly has plenty, not plenty, but more than enough to get some yardage as we do hit that 2-minute warning. And on 2nd and 6, gonna send Jefferson on a slant, see if maybe Flanagan can get over the top on the cross. Not liking what I see. Instead, we're just gonna scramble and just actually run straight out of bounds because I'm scared that Robinson will fumble. However, I don't know if you saw it, but it does show that he actually has a rushing touchdown on the game. And a quick little excerpt that popped up there. Beautiful and so close to the first down. Do we go for it on 4th and 1? Even Madden said go for it. So let's go for it. Why not? It's been an asterisk of a game anyway. Dyson tries to get around the edge. Needs to cut back in. He needs to fight for it. That's going to depend on the spot. I see Leach clapping. That's a 1st and goal. Barely. Can't really get much closer without getting it than that. We were going to go with the jet sweep, but I do see Dyson huffing and puffing, so we'll change to a run. Cook down the middle. Huge hit. Oh my God, 37 murdered Cook. Wow, even the game's version of the Cowboys are upset at how long this game has gone. Thurston not able to get in. Tackled for a loss, bringing up 3rd and goal. And on 3rd and goal, don't like what we originally called here. We were trying to run the jet sweep. We're going to check out of it. Cook fights for it. They say he's in. I mean, I'll take it if it's true. That would be a walk-off win, but I really don't know if he got in. 30 seconds remain in this game if they go for a booth review. But that one's close. I can't see anything from that angle. From the bird's eye view, he's nowhere even close. But I think the game is saying game over. No booth review. We win on a touchdown that did not happen, but granted, we got screwed multiple times by Madden in this game, so we will take it. Madden apologizes, just says, end this game already. Here's a touchdown. Just go away. In this game, passing was good for both teams. We still had 4 turnovers, so I guess somewhat realistic. I'm not even going to look at the stats of this game. We're just going to move on from this wreck of a game. And hopefully Madden 23, that should be coming out in about a month, is a hell of a lot better than this. And I don't even have really any more words for that game. For me, it should have been done about an hour ago. But we got the victory at the end. Hopefully Madden 23 is better. Next episode will be the Cleveland Browns. Also, pretty good season for them. They're 7-3. We're 7-2. Honestly, pretty well balanced between the both of us. Pretty similar. They still have Myles Garrett, which is definitely someone we need to keep an eye out for. Hopefully, Madden won't be as broke in the next episode. But sometimes you just got to find a way to laugh at it and just be like, okay, there's not much we can really do. Madden's broke, but it's the only real NFL game that we have, so got to take it. But hopefully Madden 23 will be better, because that was some bull. Having to sim, how many times did I even have to sim that? Like 7 times, and then it broke again. Luckily, it saved a little bit. At least it came for a good ending, I guess. Overtime, touchdown that wasn't a touchdown. I guess I had a few more words to say about that game. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that subscription button down below and tick that bell notification to be notified of when these videos are posted. Schedule, subject to change, will be at least Monday and Thursday. Could be a bit more with the California only on Saturdays, if that is even still going. Again, my timelines are a little all over the place because I pre-record a lot of videos. So if it is still going and you haven't seen the California only one, check it out, even if it is over. Check it out. It's a fun sim series that we have going. And make sure you're following over on Twitter, linked always down in the description below. There will be polls posted shortly, so you have a way to kind of influence what we do next on the channel with hopefully a much better Madden in Madden 23. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.